Okay, Juli, good morning. Let's start. We are going to continue working with uh, English for Cabin Crew, and we are going to study the last unit. Yes, Unit 8. As you can see, last time we had studied. Remember the job interview and the different stages that you can have when you go to a company to get a job, right? We listened those audios in which we had to make a decision and write the topics at the very beginning of the dialogues, right? So we had a personal interview, a document check, a team assessment, a height and weight check. We also had a welcome introduction at the very beginning of the interview. And then we also had a customer service role play and a math and general knowledge test as well. Yes, in that interview. So we know that we can get through different stages, different steps in that first interview in a job before getting a job, right? So we need to know exactly what are they going to ask. So in that case, we are going to see some questions in the following page. Look at this. There. Yes, look at this. We have some questions in which we are going to be asked about our personal information. These ones. I just want to start from the last part of this page. We have 10 questions, right? So we are going to read them together. We are going to try to understand each of every question we have here, and then we are going to answer them. Yes? Look at this. The first question. Why do you want to be a cabin crew member? La primera, ¿por qué querés ser un miembro de la tripulación? ¿Por qué querés integrar esta tripulación? Right? The second, why do you want to work for EasyJet Air? ¿Por qué quieres trabajar para esta compañía? Y ahí ya es más específica, ¿sí? Imagine you are applying for a job in Aerolíneas Argentinas and you are not going to apply, I don't know, in Flybondi or some of those others airlines, right? So in that case, you prefer a company rather the other. So that's why you are going to explain why do you prefer working with that company, because you know they are great, they have a great environment, they have really good possibilities of growing up in the company. That could be, right? Porque prefiero esa compañía antes que las otras. Apuntamos sobre todo a eso, ¿no? Por eso nos pregunta en esa aerolínea particular, porque ¿cuál es tu interés, digamos, en trabajar en esa aerolínea? 3. Skills and qualities will you bring to the job? Y ahí sí, ya tengo que hablar sobre mis características personales. Dice, what skills and qualities will you bring to the job? Will you bring to the job? So, you are going to think about your own skills and qualities. If you want, if you need to, you can look for these two words in the dictionary, as I always recommend, the Cambridge Dictionary, right? Podemos buscar, si querés, estas palabras, como siempre recomiendo, en el diccionario de Cambridge, para poder ver la diferencia entre...
Claro, skills, no sé qué es, ¿la busco en el diccionario?
Claro, más que nada para ver Te lo digo, yo no tengo problema. Siempre prefiero que lo busquen como para que puedan armar su propio glosario de palabras. Pero lo que quiero decir es, skills son algunas habilidades que vos tenés y cualidades son las características personales que vos podés tener, ¿sí? Como tú, por ejemplo, I'm polite, I'm easygoing, I'm really sociable, I'm a sociable person, right? Soy amable, soy sociable, me llevo bien con la gente en general, ¿sí? Esa, por ejemplo, puede ser unas características personales, esas son cualidades propias tuyas. But if I say, I'm really good at dealing dealing with emergencies, right? You can be calm in an emergency situation. That it's also something you learn, to be quiet, to be calm down, to be focused in a dangerous situation, right? So you know what to do and you can do exactly what you need to. So ahí tenemos una diferencia, pero diferencia mínima, pero diferencia al fin, entre lo que yo puedo aprender y las capacidades que puedo ir adquiriendo a lo largo de la carrera, que son skills, y qualities, que son las características personales que yo ya traigo. En esta pregunta, en la 3 particular, te pide lo que vos traes para ofrecer a la compañía. Yes? What skills and qualities will you bring to the job? Okay? And four, it's a harder question. So it's asking, what skills and qualities do you need to improve? ¿Qué es lo que necesitas mejorar? Vos sabés que necesitas, de vuelta, voy a tomar el mismo ejemplo, dealing with emergencies on board, right? So you need to be calm in that situation. Yes, I need to be more patient, maybe, right? So you know that you have to be more patient, or maybe that you have to be focused and quiet and really relaxed in a situation that is stressful for all the passengers, right? You need to be focused and quiet when there is an emergency on board. Vos sabés que tenés que estar enfocado y tranquilo en una situación de emergencia, right? So that could be something to improve, right? And maybe if you receive more training, or maybe if you know exactly what to do, what the company expects you to do, you are going to be okay, right? With a little more information. That could be another possibility. That is for what you need to improve to get the job, yes, or to be better in that position. That's watch out with that. Be careful because that could be tricky, Puede ser medio engañosa esa pregunta porque en definitiva si vos decís, I hate working with people, so I need to be better in that. Odio trabajar con la gente, me molesta, ¿sí? No es un buen punto y eso es difícil de revertir. Si vos no sos paciente, no sos cordial, etc. Okay. 5. Have you ever had to deal with an angry customer, and what happened? If you don't have an experience dealing with something angry, you can imagine something really short and easy, right, to explain us what to do with an angry person. Si no es algo que te haya sucedido, por ejemplo, en una situación de cliente, puedes contar algo que te haya pasado o podemos inventar una mini historia cortita y como para responderla nada más. ¿Qué es lo que pasó en una vez que vos estuviste enfrentando o que tuviste que lidiar con una persona enojada? Okay, so that's number 5. Have you ever had to deal with an angry customer? There we had present perfect. In the last hour, we are going to study present perfect. So don't worry about that. But I'm only going to say, have you ever had to deal? Yes, it's present perfect. But just try to understand the main verb in that sentence and make it in present perfect. So I have had an angry customer, vamos a poner así, once when I work in a shop. And then you can start talking about that experience. Yes, he tenido un cliente enojado una vez que trabajaba en un negocio, right? And you can
Yes.
start talking about that. We are going to study about the present perfect, so you are going to have a little more practice about it. Yes, that is number 5. What about 6? Vos parame, Juli, si hay alguna que hay algo más que quieras preguntar.
Ok, por ahora voy entendiendo.
Okay, vamos bien. 6. Have you ever worked with someone from another culture? Did you learn anything? And this is very, very important because as a flight attendant, you are going to work not only with Argentinian people, right? You are going to work with Mexican, Brazilians, maybe American, European people, yes? So that is important. If you know someone not even working, if you worked, okay, but you are too young, so maybe you didn't work with someone from another country, but you know someone, and you have to say in that case, why do you think it is important to deal with a person from another country, right? Or well, what could be good, or what is going to be uh, something important, or something from which you can learn something, right, from that experience. So you can focus in that. Uh, it's a really a very good experience to work with someone from another place, right? So you are going to learn something about that person, and that person is going to learn something about you. So um, that is going to be a very good situation for you and for your own experience, right? ¿Cómo puedes lidiar entonces con una persona de otro país? No lidiar, quiero decir, cómo ese intercambio puede ser productivo para las dos partes, para las dos personas. Yes? Y lo último dice, did you learn anything? So if you know someone from another country and you are always learning something from that person, it's something you can tell, okay? Something good, something positive, that would be important. 7. What do you think will be the most difficult part of the job? ¿Qué es lo que vos crees que va a ser lo más difícil en este trabajo? So, try to remember, I think it was Unit 1, in which we studied the job responsibilities, right? So, dealing with emergencies, make announcements, complete the paperwork, maybe dealing with angry passengers, or something like that. Try to remember the job responsibilities in order uh, to to complete this question, right? Because you have to imagine something that could be hard for you, algo que sea difícil para vos de cumplir, o bueno, justamente por no haberlo hecho antes, que te puede resultar te puede dar alguna incomodidad. Entonces, también esta es una engañosa. La otra que yo había dicho, number 4 and number 7 are difficult to answer, not because of the answer itself, but because the other person can understand that you cannot do that. Yes, so be careful when answering that. ¿Sí? Me parece difícil, pero me parece que también lo voy a poder hacer por esto y por esto, o con un poco de entrenamiento yo creo que voy a poder enfrentar mejor tal situación, right? Try to remember, for instance, the guy who was trying to make happy a passenger who didn't have a vegetarian meal in the last class. Remember, he was trying to convince him with a bottle of wine or maybe 2 dinners. Remember, so he didn't have a vegetarian meal, but he was getting 2 bottles of wine, 2 meals, and that was something that the company is trying to do to solve the things, solve the problem. Yes, that could be uh, another answer for that. And what about 8? Would your current employer describe you as reliable? Si tu empleador actual te describiría a vos como alguien confiable. De vuelta, si yo no estoy trabajando, por ahí no puedo decir que mi jefe me consideraría reliable, que es esto, que es alguien en quien se puede confiar, alguien responsable, alguien que cumple con sus obligaciones. Entonces, vos podés decir que las personas que en general te asignan responsabilidades a vos, siempre quedan contentos o siempre quedan conformes. Yes, I try always to be responsible, so I think people can trust in me, something like that, if you don't have the experience, okay? Okay, what about nine? What would you do if an older passenger seemed upset and appeared to be crying? This is a hypothetical situation, so you have to think what to do with a person who is upset. Try to remember what's the meaning of upset, yes, and
Enojado.
try triste, como que está llorando, yes, appear to be crying, yes, an old lady who seemed to be crying, yes. So,
Upset. Mira, también triste.
yes,
Ah,
look for it in the dictionary. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's look for it.
no, no
Yes,
creo. Debe estar mal.
preocupado, como, yes, sí, como alguien que está afligido, podemos decir más que triste.
Ah,
Glad or
entiendo.
sad is more triste, pero en este caso parece estar llorando, entonces está como preocupado, como, yes, alguien que está afligido. That is it. So, what are you going to do? And that is the answer for 9. And 10, if we don't hire you for this job, what will you do? ¿Qué vas a hacer si la empresa no te contrata? Yes? What are you going to do? And your answer, it's important too, because the idea with this is that you are going to keep trying. You are going to try to improve your training, and you are going to still work on your own qualities and skills to get better, and from another opportunity maybe get the job. Yes. So I'm going to share with you for next class, or maybe at the very ending of this class, my answers. Yes, these are the answers that we have been working with other groups. Yes, the same questions. And so we are going to add maybe your own answers to make different possibilities from that questionnaire, right? So try to answer them. We are going to talk a little bit about your answers when you finish, and then we are going to continue working with the job unit 8. Yes? Take a few minutes, let's say 5 or 10 minutes, as soon as possible, and then we are talking about your answers, okay?
Ok.
Uli, apart from answering the questions, you have the activity in the following page. Look at that. Maybe it's useful. We can do this, and then you can make your own personal answers, right? Look at this. These are 10 answers for those questions, right? Take a look at them. Try to match the question with the answer, and then we are going to read them and try to talk a little bit about what is better, what would be your answer in that case, yes? But try to understand them and try to match them with the questions, yes?
Okay. Yes.
If you want to, Juli, we can read them together. What about that?
I'm sorry, what?
We can read them together and try to understand the meaning of each answer. What do you think?
Okay.
Okay? Can you read A?
Yes. Mm, Perdón, mi perra está un poco
No,
ladrando.
it's okay. That's why I'm having a cat, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, the company,
Okay. The company has a good reputation as
an
employer.
employer. Mhm.
I feel great about working for you. Also, it's just the right size. Not too big, not too small.
Excellent. So, The company has a good reputation as an employer. Como empleadores tienen una gran reputación, right? Como que son grandiosos jefes. Me sentiría grandioso, genial, trabajando con ustedes. También es justo el tamaño. Tiene el tamaño justo. Not too big, not too small, you know? So that's a good point in a company where the company is too big, you are only a number for that company. Maybe that is what the person is thinking, right? And if it's too small, maybe the opposite can happen. Everybody is going to know about everybody, and if there is a problem, all of them are going to notice that kind of things, right? Or maybe the company is not paying good salaries if they are too small, maybe that's a problem. But I would say that the first and second sentences are good for an answer. Okay, so what do you think? What is the question for this answer?
I think it's question number two.
Okay. Why do you want to work for Easy Air? Excellent. There we go. Let me check. Two there. Very good. Okay. What about the second? Can you read it?
Okay. I'd like to ¿cómo se dice eso?
Develop. Develop
Develop,
es desarrollar. Yes, I like to
develop,
develop. Y fíjate, perdón, que una cosa
yes.
que voy a marcar acá. I feel, bueno, no quiero escribir. It says, I feel, yes, acá y acá lo mismo, I like. Siempre el uso del potencial con el would, I'd like to develop, I'd feel, me sentiría, yes, you are not working for the company yet, but you love to, yes, te encantaría. Entonces ponerle el potencial a cada uno de esos verbos también me da la sensación a mí, que te escucho del otro lado, también siento que vos querés formar parte realmente. Es como algo que estaría bien a la hora de hablar, a la hora de decirlo o de expresar cada una de estas.
Claro, no darlo ya como un hecho, sino
No
me
darlo como un
gustaría.
hecho cuando trabaje para tu compañía,
Claro.
como que entras en ganador y nada que ver. Pero de esta forma, I'd like to develop, en este caso, bueno, esa parte, ¿no? Porque estás hablando sobre vos mismo, pero I feel great en la anterior. I feel great about working for you. Me sentiría grandioso trabajar para vos, ¿entendés? O para tu compañía, una cosa así, ¿sí? Y en esta, vamos de vuelta, perdón que te interrumpí. I'd like to
No
develop
problem. I'd like to develop more confidence in leading, ¿cómo es?
leading
Leading
people.
people. No sé qué es leading. Leading.
Like leader, it comes from leader. A leader is a person who guides a group of persons, right? Un líder.
Mm,
Entonces, acá lo que está hablando es en liderar a la gente. Si fuera el puesto, suponte, para un purser, flight attendant, okay, you are going to be the leader of the person. But it's
yes.
important too because um, the qualities of leadership are really good seen for companies. Maybe from different positions, it depends. But in this case, I think they are always looking for someone who can take a leader position. You know, you are going to be leader of the group of passengers that are on your charge. In that
Yes.
case, you're going to guide them in an emergency, yes, or maybe in different times, you're going to tell you, well, now we are going to do this. After that, we are going to do that. So it's important that you are confident, that you are clear when you talk. That are things that a good leader has. Esas son cosas que
Yes.
tiene un buen líder, ¿sí? Dar las órdenes claras, hablar claramente, ser responsable. Entonces, él o ella, en este caso está diciendo, me gustaría desarrollar más confianza o más seguridad en el liderazgo de las personas. Yes, that is the first sentence. Can you
Okay.
continue?
I expect working as cabin crew member will help me achieve this.
achieve this. Espero que trabajar como miembro de la tripulación me ayudará a lograr esto. Está buena esta respuesta porque entonces con más confianza y con la experiencia yo voy a poder ocupar un buen lugar del liderazgo. Pero ahora no me la creo, ahora no sé que voy de ganador, de vuelta, ¿no? Entonces, I'd like to develop more confidence in leading people. I expect working as a cabin crew member will help me achieve this. Que me ayude a lograrlo, que me ayude a alcanzar esto. Ojo que yo estoy diciendo ganador como algo negativo, por no ir canchero, digamos, pero a la vez tampoco ir así como apocado es bueno. Hay que encontrar un buen punto medio en el cual vos muestres seguridad y también humildad a la vez, como que seas una persona proactiva, que muestres que tenés posibilidades de cambiar, de adaptarte, de resolver situaciones, pero a la vez sin estar tampoco demasiado arriba. No sé si se entiende. ¿Yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
Ok. Bueno, entonces, ¿esta qué te parece que responde? I'd like to
Um,
develop more confidence in leading people.
it's question number 4.
Okay, four, what skills and qualities do you need to improve? Yes, this could be. Let's see. Four there. Very good. So, can you read the other? C, definitely.
Yes. Definitely. ¿Cómo se dice?
Definitely.
Definitely. They will tell you I've never been late for work. And I've had only one sick day in 3 years. That doesn't mean I go to work when I'm
Ill.
ill. When I'm ill, it's mean I take care of myself.
Okay, that doesn't, empiezo por este final, ¿sí? No significa que I go to work when I'm ill, cuando estoy enfermo. Significa, it means I take care of myself, que me cuido, ¿yes? No es que voy a trabajar enfermo, porque antes dice, y ahora sí vamos al principio, definitely, definitivamente, o sí, seguro, con seguridad. They will tell you, te dirían, I've never been late for work. Nunca llegué tarde al trabajo, and I've had only one sick day in 3 years. Y nunca fui a trabajar, y en 3 años, perdón, tuve un solo día por enfermedad. Eso no significa que voy a trabajar enfermo, sino que me cuido. Yes?
Yes.
What is that question? That answer?
Hmm. That's it. Esta es difícil.
No, no, because it's one of the last ones.
I don't know, 8 maybe?
Yes. Would your current employer describe you as reliable? Definitely, yes. I'm always punctual. I've never been absent in 3 years, only one day because I was ill. That is a very responsible person, right? I think so. That is eight. I'll take it as a learning opportunity. I'll definitely go back and try to improve myself, then apply again. What about that word over there, Juli? Improve myself. What do you think it is?
I don't know, but I think it's probar.
Improve
No.
myself es mejorarte a vos mismo.
Ah,
Dice,
okay.
I take it as a learning opportunity, lo tomaría como una oportunidad de aprendizaje, definitivamente volvería y trataría de mejorarme a mí mismo y aplicar nuevamente. ¿Ok?
Entonces, improve myself es
Mejorarme a mí mismo.
perfecto.
Mejorar, sí, mi propia persona, mejorarme en mis capacidades, en mis cualidades, ¿yes? Improve myself. What answer is it?
It's number 10.
If you don't hire you for this job, what will you do? Yes, that is it. Very, very good. Can you can you read the other one?
Yes. Em, at the, esa es la
Yes,
I. At the hotel where I work, guests come from all over the world. Communication can be challenging. I've learned to speak slowly and calmly. I don't mind repeating myself, and I try different words too. I'm always interested in meeting people from different places.
very good. Is there a word you don't understand there? Challenging. What is challenging?
Em, un desafío.
Well, entonces, communication can be challenging.
Claro,
Puede
como que la
ser,
comunicación
puede
es
ser un desafío, puede ser
claro,
desafiante, right? Yes. Y esto es lo que viene de ese desafío o de esta prueba que él pasó. I've learned to speak slowly and calmly. Yes. Aprendí a hablar despacio y calmado. I don't mind repeating myself. No me importa repetirme o volver a decir algo, quiere decir, right? And I try different words too. Do you know, even in Spanish, when you don't remember a word, you try to replace it with another one, and that works too with English. If you don't, if you don't remember how to say challenging, I don't know, you can say that if something is hard and you need to pass through that experience, right? Si no te sale challenging, puedes decir es difícil bueno, uno aprende de esa experiencia.
claro.
Como reemplazar palabras, incluso en castellano, porque a veces te pasa que te quedas en blanco y te sale eso que querías decir y lo buscas como buscas reemplazar esas palabras con otras. Okay, so entonces, at the hotel where I work, guests come from all over the world. Communication can be challenging. I've learned to speak slowly and calmly. I don't mind repeating myself and I try different words too. I'm always interested, y acá creo que está la respuesta a todo esto. I'm always interested in meeting people from different places. So, which one is the answer? The question for this answer.
It's question number 6.
Have you ever worked with someone from another culture? Did you learn anything? Yes, could be. Very good. Let's see. 6 there. Very good. I have good experience. Can you read that?
Yes. I have good experience with customers. No, see, customer care from my job in the hotel. I'm cheerful most of the time. I don't mind taking responsibility for my actions, doing what needs to be done. I love teamwork too.
Very good. So, cheerful. Do you know what is a cheerful person? It's something positive, right? Someone cheerful. What is it?
Como cortés, no.
It's more than that. It's not only cortés. It's someone happy all the time, let's say, right?
Yes.
Alegre, yes? If you are cheerful, you are someone happy. Viste que hay gente que vos te dan ganas de verla porque es muy buena onda siempre y que está todo bien. Así, that is someone cheerful. Yes, una persona alegre, con buena onda en general y que te da esa sensación también, te dan ganas de trabajar o de hacer cosas con esa persona, right? Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Happy and positive. Yes, so, vamos de vuelta. Tengo bastante experiencia, buena experiencia en customer care, and that is an important word to learn. Customer care. Remember what is it? Customer care. I think
Yeah.
we talk a little bit in the very beginning of the book, de vuelta con las responsabilidades de trabajo. Customer care, ¿qué era?
Ah, era atención al cliente. Sorry, tenía el
Exacto.
micrófono apagado.
Ahí está. Es eso entonces, ¿sí? El cuidado de la atención al cliente, que es importante para este trabajo y por supuesto para otros también, pero en este caso puntual, esta persona ya viene con la experiencia en un hotel y esto es servicio al 100%, entonces está bueno también. Tengo buena experiencia entonces en customer care from my job in the hotel. I'm cheerful most of time, la mayor parte del tiempo. Tampoco es algo fácil, happy and positive, dijimos, ¿no? Todo el tiempo no es sostenible. Most of the time es más, más real, más de una persona, ¿no? Reconocer esto, que es la mayoría del tiempo, también está bueno. And I don't mind taking responsibility for my actions. Y no me importa, o no tengo problema, no es que no me importa, no tengo problema en tomar la responsabilidad de lo que hago. Doing what needs to be done. Hacer lo que necesita ser hecho. I love teamwork too. Y me encanta el trabajo en equipo también. Entonces, ¿qué será esto? ¿Qué responde?
Mm, I think it's number 3.
What skills and qualities? But it's not. Yes, you bring to the job. Ya me estaba leyendo la 4, que ya la habíamos puesto. Sí, very good. Number 3 then. You bring these qualities for the job, right? 3, very good. Okay, once there was a mix-up over a room at the hotel. Buscaste esta palabra, Juli, mix-up. What does it mean?
Ahí lo.
Over a room at a hotel. A customer arrived with his family, but the booking was for a single room. He was furious. I kept apologizing and immediately got them seated in the restaurant for a free meal. We sorted out the room and left a fruit basket. He was never entirely happy, but he could see that we tried to make it right. And sort it out también es otra para buscar, a ver. Sort out está en pasado, así que sort out y la otra que dijimos mix up.
Mix up. Mix up me parece confusión.
Okay.
Mistake.
Over a room at the hotel. So the problem was a confusion about a room with a hotel, in a hotel, right? A customer arrived with his family, but the booking was for a single room. Hubo un malentendido en ese momento, entonces en vez de reservarle una habitación familiar, tuvo una habitación para uno. He was furious. I kept apologizing and immediately I got them seated in the restaurant for a free meal. We sorted out with the room and left a fruit basket. Él estaba furioso, me seguía disculpando y de inmediato los tuve sentados en el restaurante del hotel para una comida gratuita. ¿Y qué es sorted out? We sorted out the room and left a fruit basket. Sorted out. What is it?
Se escribe sort con O.
S-O-R-T. Sort out.
A ver.
Solucionamos, podríamos decir, ¿sí?
Yes.
Nosotros pusimos las cosas en su lugar o acomodamos lo de la habitación y le dejamos, ¿qué le dejaron? A fruit basket.
Claro, acá dice ordenar algo, solucionar algo.
Lo pusieron en su lugar, en definitiva consiguieron la habitación adecuada and left a fruit basket. What is a fruit basket? Do you know?
No.
Una basket like the sport, because the sport comes from this word, una canasta con frutas.
Ah.
¿Ok? Como una cortesía del hotel, reconociendo el error y bueno, tratando de contentar nuevamente a los pasajeros. He was never entirely happy, nunca estuvo del todo contento, but he could see that we tried to make it right. Pero pudo ver que tratamos de hacerlo bien, de corregirlo, right? So, what is this answer? Which question is going to answer this?
It's mm, number five.
Yes, have you ever had to deal with an angry customer? What happened there? Okay, I like the idea of the exciting lifestyle. I've never enjoyed too much routine and I really enjoy working with people. What is this? What do you think?
Hmm.
Me gusta la idea
Number one.
de la vida excitante, nunca disfruté mucho la rutina y me encantaría trabajar con personas. Why do you want to be a happy crew member? Yes, that could be right. Very good. There we go. Nos quedan dos. Very good, Juli. I would offer her a tissue and a glass of water. I would ask if she needed anything else. If she said no, I would keep an eye on her but not say anything else.
The lady upset.
Yes, that is upset. That is question number.
Nine.
What would you do if an older lady passenger seemed upset and appeared to be crying? Very good. I'm a feeling so. There. I think being on call and waiting for a phone call in the middle of the night must be pretty tough. But I want this job because I like a challenge and I want to avoid a 9 to 5 routine. What is this? What do you think?
It's the most difficult part of the job. Number seven.
Excellent. There we go, right? And I think we didn't miss any question. 1979153. Yes, we are done. Excellent, Juli. You did it great. Está bueno igual. Acá tenés un montón de sugerencias para esas preguntas. Sí está bueno que vos puedas, por supuesto no te vas a estudiar todo esto de memoria, pero sí está bueno que vos puedas armar tus propias preguntas, respuestas, para que el día que tengas una entrevista por primera vez, tengas todas estas herramientas a mano, ¿sí? Que no te agarren de sorpresa y nerviosa y qué digo y que no. Por supuesto que los nervios van a jugar un rol en ese momento y estar tranquilo y todo, eh, está bueno. Pero justamente para alcanzar esa tranquilidad está bueno estar preparado y justamente responder entonces este tipo de preguntas y otras que pueden surgir, ¿no? Que incluso por ahí no pensamos o sí nos agarran de sorpresa, se pueden colar entre estas que nosotros fuimos preparando y seguramente te van a servir para formular nuevas respuestas. Nos tomamos un recreo de 10, ¿te parece? Y volvemos y seguimos trabajando con the Unit 8, ¿ok?
Okay, teacher. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you. Okay, Juli, shall we continue?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, look at this. I'm on page 76, and on the right, we have some partner files in which we can work today. Again, we have several questions, and we have in each case three options. You are going to choose one of them, and you are going to tell me which one is the closest to yours answer. Yes, it's about maybe personal questions, personal things. So there should be one that is better for you, and you think it's a better answer, or the answer for the question that you give. Okay, so let's read them together, and then you are going to tell me which one do you prefer. Yes.
Ok.
um,
Perdón, teacher, ¿qué página era?
76. It says partner files, and you have to look for the page. A ver, espera, porque a mí en el Acrobat me aparece otro, es 74 del libro, ¿ves?
Yes,
Pero en
I
el
find it.
Acrobat me aparece 76.
Acá la encontré.
Dice entonces, for each question, mark the answer that is closest to how you feel. Then read the key. Y después tenemos unas respuestas, unas mejores respuestas, pero no importa. En este caso va a ser lo que a vos te resulte mejor en cuanto a tu propia respuesta, ¿sí?
Ok.
Dice, number one, if you have to deal with a demanding or unhappy people in your daily life, how do you generally react? Imagínate que tienes un compañero o compañera de trabajo que es un bajón, unhappy, nos dice, directamente que es un infeliz. O alguien que no está siempre, como decíamos antes, cheerful, happy and positive, but is someone maybe a little depressed, a little angry in general. So, what would you do? Can you read the possible answers?
Yes. I try to understand what they want and and calm the situation. B. I try to avoid demanding and unhappy people. C. I often become unhappy or even angry myself.
Okay. The last one, forget about the last one. Yes,
Yes.
even if you do, right? I often become unhappy or even angry myself. Yes, could be possible, but it's not a good one, yes, to answer. So, forget about C. What would you do? What would you answer? I try to understand what they want and calm the situation. I try to avoid demanding and unhappy people.
I think A.
Yes, because the other one, again, even if you want to avoid that, sometimes it's a very good option in real life, right? It's not something good for answering an interview, for getting a job, right? If you want to get a job, you have to be uh, tenés que ser como todo terreno, ¿no? Y bueno, tratar de enfrentar estas situaciones. So A is the perfect answer for that. I try to understand what they want and calm the situation. Yes, very good. A is the better option in this case. Can you
Yes.
read the second?
Okay. How do you feel if people change plans at the last minute? For example, changing the time or location of a meeting.
How do you feel if people change plans at the last minute? For example, changing the time or location of a meeting. ¿Qué te pasa con estos cambios de último momento? I understand that everyone's busy and life is complicated. It doesn't upset me. I don't mind it too much, but I do feel a bit annoyed. I think real friends and real professional people should take appointments very seriously.
Em, ah, Creo que tiene que ser la A, pero realmente me pasa la B.
Okay, what it's real for you, I don't mind it too much, but I do feel a bit annoyed. Yes, I feel annoyed too. I think. And what about C? What do you think about C? It's the perfect answer, right?
Yes.
But maybe it's not that real. I would say. Uh, Yes, I would say that if I was a recruiter, the person who is making the interview, I would say that I accept as good answers A or C, and B
Yes.
are real too. But I don't know. I would say the three are
All of
possible,
once.
right? But I
Yes.
understand that everyone's busy and complicated, and it doesn't upset me. Okay, you don't mind. It's okay. The second also has a positive thing. I do feel a bit annoyed. It's a real thing because the person is not being responsible, so he's not thinking about your time or about your situation, and maybe you have plans too, and you have uh, to be at that time in another place, maybe. Yes, so that's important. So, what would be your answer?
Mm,
You said B, right? It
yes,
annoys
I
you
think
a
it's
little bit.
B, but all of one, I don't know.
Yes, all of them have positive things too. So, okay, it's not that much. Because you have to accept even changes from the company sometimes, right? So that could
Yes.
be, or maybe A or B. Bueno, no sé, ahora ya dije todas, ¿no? I'm sorry. In an interview, if you're asked a difficult question about your past, what will you do? In an interview, if you're asked a difficult question about your past, what will you do? Try to answer honestly. I really don't know.
No.
Say what I need to say in order to get the job.
I am C, obviously.
Say what I need to say in order to get the job. Okay, very good. Try to answer honestly. It's a good thing, right? Too.
Pero
Remember
capaz
the
te saca el trabajo decirlo también.
Yes, yes. Depende de lo que te pregunten también. Remember one of the dialogues we listened last time was a bad experience with a boss, right? Remember the person who wasn't um, he didn't like the menu for kids in his job, and he wanted a change, so he
Yes.
suggested, but that boss didn't accept that. But when that person left the job and a new boss came, a new manager came, he changed the kids menu. So that would be something good to say, right? If
Yes.
you had a positive ending in that case, maybe. Okay, that's something related, more or less. Would you accept a job even if you were asked to move to a different city? Okay, this is a hard one. Where do you live, Juli?
En Río Negro, General Roca.
Okay, yes. So it's a possibility. It's something real for you. That's what I
Yes.
meant.
But I want it to go to another city, so for me it's okay.
You want to go?
Yes.
Okay, almost certainly, because I really want to do this job. I might consider it, but I'm not sure I like the idea. I probably would move. I like the place I'm living now. For you, it's A, right?
Yes, yes.
Very good. If you hadn't decided to look for a work as a flight attendant, what job would you have tried for? Another customer service job? I've got no idea. I might try for something very different.
A too.
Excellent. Another customer service job. Okay, in your city, maybe there are some hotels or maybe shops or tourism related works, right?
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
that's a possibility too. And you are finishing secondary school now, right, Juli?
Yes. No, o
So,
sea, este año hice el curso, digamos. O sea, terminé el
claro,
año pasado la escuela, así que sí.
claro, ok. Pero por eso terminas la escuela secundaria y por ahí para el año que viene. Are you thinking of moving next year? Maybe?
Yes, my
What do you want to do?
idea es, viste, no sé si viste el programa ese Cultural Care,
Uh-uh. What is it about?
es el de ir como au pair, que es como, yes,
Really? Where are you
yes,
going? Oh
a
my
Estados
God.
Unidos,
Oh, that's great.
yes,
Whoa. Awesome news. You are going to learn everything there. There's nothing better than being in a place where you can speak all the time. That's great for you. Are you going to babysit a baby, or some child,
Mm, puse de
some children?
baby no me animo,
No,
pero
claro.
3 años para arriba sí,
Oh, and you have your little sister, so you have experience. Sister or
yes,
brother? I don't remember. Oh, that's
one brother.
great. And where are you going? Which place? Which state? Do you know that?
Tengo en California y un pueblito cerca de California también, pero tengo que
Oh,
ver entre esas dos familias.
qué
Así que sí,
bueno. That's really great news. I'm really happy for you. I think
thank
you're
you.
going to great. Yes, you're going to have really good opportunities. And you know, this country is really complicated, so it's a really good choice. Yes,
Yes.
awesome. Okay, let me check another there. That's great, Juli. I'm really happy for you. Excellent. We are going to continue then. Okay, we completed this and this too. Okay, look at this. We have some tips for the interview day. Yes, interview day tips. Be honest and open. Ser honesto y abierto. Show that you can think on your feet. That is an English expression, and it means that you can solve problems quickly. There's some people that always are thinking of good ideas and how to deal with different situations and to be okay with any problem they have. So that is that you can think on your feet, ¿sí? Resolver por vos mismo, pensar por vos mismo ante distintas situaciones. Be prepared for the interview. Practice interviews with a friend. Practice, practice, practice. Always continue speaking so you can learn a little bit more every day. That's great for you. Don't prepare a long speech. Think about your own qualities. Practice answering a lot of different questions naturally, and that's important too. Como te decía antes, con las respuestas estas que estaban en el libro ya, vos preparate tus propias respuestas porque lo más próximo a vos va a ser lo que más naturalmente te salga, ¿sí? Lo que vos pienses por vos mismo y con tus propias experiencias y con tu propio conocimiento es lo mejor que puedes decir. Siempre la respuesta más honesta es lo mejor, incluso para después vos sentirte cómodo en el trabajo porque vas a estar respondiendo en distintas situaciones. Para que salgan natural también. Entonces, no hay que estudiarse las respuestas de memoria, sino sí sirve estar preparado, responderlas de antemano, como estamos haciendo ahora, pero siempre que seas honesto, me parece que va a ser lo primero que se te va a venir a la cabeza decir eso, y si vos ya más o menos lo practicaste, todavía mejor. ¿Ok?
Okay.
Okay, these are some tips for the interview. And now, look at this. We have another activity to complete. In this case, we are going to use, okay, what are the job requirements for working as cabin crew? Discuss your ideas with a partner. We are not going to discuss, but we are going to know exactly which are those requirements for a cabin crew member in this reading we are going to make. Yes? So,
Okay.
remember, this is a notebook, and maybe some things could have changed. Yes, but there are lots of things that are the same, yes, because things change, but not all of them, so it's useful anyway. Look at this. We are going to complete the article or the advertisement because it's a job requirement. And then we are going to complete it with the words in the box. Yes? Additional language, customer satisfaction, customer service experience, good health, healthy weight, maximum height, minimum age, perfect eyesight, unusual hairstyle. ¿Ok? ¿Hay alguna que no te suena de estas palabras que son las que vamos a completar? Las que vamos a usar para completar el artículo, en verdad. Do you know them?
Eyesight es visión.
Perfect eyesight, exacto, que
Eyesight.
tengas una buena vista, perfecta, en verdad dice. Yes, perfect eyesight. Additional language, un idioma adicional. Customer satisfaction, satisfacción al cliente. Customer service experience, experiencia en servicio al cliente. Good health, buena salud. Healthy weight, un peso saludable. Maximum height, una altura máxima. Minimum age, it's also a requirement, ¿sí? También lo requiere una edad mínima. Perfect eyesight, una vista perfecta, y an unusual hairstyle, right? These today have been changed, I think, because hairstyle it's possible. You have to be tidy anyway, but
Yes.
maybe, I don't know, different colors are accepted, or maybe not, but if you are okay for the job, they are going to yes, they are going to ask you to change the color of your hair. Imagine you have, I don't know, those colorful hairstyles, right? Okay, let's take a look and try to complete the article, yes?
Okay.
Leamos juntas. Cabin crew, what are the job requirements? Your questions answered. Are there any requirements or restrictions? Some airlines may set a of 18, 21, and maximum as low as 32. What is this? Age requirements or restrictions.
Es.
Subo para ver las
Pues,
opciones si quieres.
yes.
There.
I don't know, is maximum healthy weight or maximum height?
No. We are talking about age. Yes, 18 to 21 and maximum as low as
Yeah.
32. We are talking about
Age.
years old. Okay?
Yes. Minimum age.
Ok, minimum age. A ver si lo puedo escribir bien. Minimum age. There we go. Very good. Okay, can you read the second?
Yes. What about height and weight? Cabin crew need to be able to
Reach.
reach all of equipment on the aircraft. So you must be a minimum of 58 centimeters tall.
Centimeters tall. 158 centimeters tall.
¿Podrías ampliar un poquito más?
Agrando, ¿no? ¿Eso me decís?
Yes.
Ahí va.
Ahí está. You also
Un poco
need.
más, ¿no?
Ahí está bien.
¿Está bien?
You
Bueno,
need.
entonces la pregunta nos plantea, ahí seguís leyendo, ¿eh? ¿Qué hay
Sí, sí.
con el peso y la altura? Perdón, altura y peso. Yes, height es la altura y weight el peso. Cabin crew need to be able to reach all of the equipment on the aircraft. So, you must be a minimum of 158 centimeters tall, o sea, casi 1,60 m, right? You also need, ahí. Can you continue?
To be able to move around the cabin comfortable, so the is usually 190 centimeters. You must be
190 centimeters. Y antes
uh,
era comfortably. Comfortably. Yes? Comfortable, it's different. Comfortably es cómodamente.
okay.
Okay? Comfortably.
You
So
must be
the is usual 190 centimeters.
yes.
Subo de
Yep.
vuelta para que me digas las opciones.
Okay. Is maximum height
Okay. Okay. There. You must be a normal for your height, it says. A
it's
normal,
weight.
healthy weight. That is
Yes.
it. Healthy weight. There we go. Very good. Healthy weight for your height. Entonces, tenés que tener un peso saludable para tu altura. ¿Ok? What are the health requirements? Is essential. You normally need to have a medical examination as part of the selection process.
Mm.
¿Recordás o subo?
¿Me decís cuál es la página? Así lo busco y así no subimos.
66. Don't worry.
Yes. A ver. Em, good health.
Excellent. That is it. Very, very good. Good health. Very, very good. A ver si un poco más grande también. There. Is essential. You normally need to have a medical examination as part of the selection process. La buena salud es esencial. Normalmente necesitas un examen médico como parte del proceso de selección. Okay, can you read the other one?
Yes. My eyesight isn't very good without glasses. Will that be a problem? You might have to take an eye test once you have been hired. If you don't have, you will probably be required to wear glasses or contact lenses on the job.
Ok, la vista entonces no es, mi vista no es muy buena sin anteojos. ¿Eso será un problema? Vas a hacer, te van a tomar un test un test visual una vez que hayas sido contratado. Entonces, si no tenés, you will
Perfect eyesight.
probably, ¿cómo?
I'm sorry. No, 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 sorry, sorry.
Si no tenés no sé qué, vas a requerido que uses anteojos o lentes de contacto en el trabajo. Entonces, if you don't have,
Perfect eyesight.
excellent. There we go. Very good. Perfect eyesight. What about the other one? Can you read it?
Yes. What about education? Most airlines require that you have complete secondary education with at least a, ¿cómo se dice eso?
Lisa, what about education? Most airlines require that you have completed secondary education with at least average marks, notas
Ah,
promedio,
ah,
como un buen promedio, estamos diciendo, o un promedio que esté sobre una línea estándar, ¿sí? No malas notas.
Claro.
However,
If you have excellent, no sé qué, some airline may hire you even if you lack strong formal education qualifications.
más hoy en día, viste que mucha gente, entre comillas, triunfa, depende de los trabajos, ¿no? Pero, o que se da a conocer sin haber alcanzado los títulos universitarios y que de todas formas encuentra emprendimientos, encuentra eh, áreas en las que se desarrolla muy bien de manera autónoma y habiendo forjado o habiendo ido trabajando su propia experiencia. Entonces, en este sentido es que va esta pregunta. ¿Qué hay de la educación? De todas formas dice, la mayoría de las aerolíneas te pide que tengas el secundario completo con por lo menos notas promedio. Sin embargo, si tenés un excelente, hay algo que tenés que ser muy fuerte para este tipo de trabajo, algunas aerolíneas te pueden contratar even if you lack strong formal education qualifications. Aún si te faltan calificaciones de una educación formal, o sea, si te falta el título secundario. Como que es de todos modos posible, ¿bien? Esto es
Yes.
posible. Pero ¿qué es lo que sí tienes que tener? If
A
you have,
customer service experience.
if you
Um,
have excellent, yes, customer, se superpone esto, así que lo vamos a poner acá abajo. Customer service experience, some airlines may hire you even if you lack strong formal education qualifications. What about the other one? I had a job as a sales assistant. Will that help? Can you read that, please?
yes. While customer safety is the highest ¿cómo se dice? Priority.
Priority.
Priority. It's very important for airlines. Applicants successful in other customer contact jobs may have an ¿cómo se dice?
Applicants successful in other customer contact jobs may have an advantage.
Advantage. Experience working with elderly people, children, or people with ¿cómo se dice
Sí,
eso?
physical
Physical disabilities may also be an advantage
advantage.
advantage because it shows you are willing to take responsibility for people. Oh, very
Very good.
difficult.
Entonces, ¿qué sería esta? While customer safety is the highest priority,
Mm, customer satisfaction.
yes, customer satisfaction, that is it. It's very important for airlines. Los aplicantes exitosos en otros trabajos que tienen contacto con clientes pueden tener una ventaja. La experiencia de trabajar con gente mayor, niños o personas con discapacidades físicas pueden tener una ventaja porque muestra que sos capaz de asumir la responsabilidad por las personas, de ser responsable por otras personas. Bueno, y acá tenemos algunas preguntas directamente que están respondidas. Do I need to have a first aid training? Can you answer that?
Yes, airlines don't generally require that you have first ID training.
But
SID?
A,
Yes,
first aid
A
training.
training. But it can be helpful in getting a job.
Okay, I can't swim. Would that be a problem?
Most airlines require that you are able to swim 25 or 30 meters. You should learn to swim before you apply for a job.
You apply for a job. La mayoría de las aerolíneas piden que vos seas capaz de nadar 25 a 30 metros. Deberías aprender a nadar antes de aplicar para el trabajo. Antes de presentarte, tendrías que haber aprendido. Y la anterior, necesito tener entrenamiento de primeros auxilios. Y acá las aerolíneas no piden por lo general que tengas un entrenamiento, pero puede ser de ayuda para que lo consigas. Puede ser un puntito a favor si vos lo sabes hacer de antemano. Yes? Do I have to speak a foreign language? Can you read that?
Yes. In
Addition,
addition to being able to communicate clearly in your first language, it usually helps your application if you can speak an or languages. Additional language is
excellent. I will. Additional language. Additional language. So, it says, eh, adicionalmente a ser capaz de comunicarte claramente en tu primera lengua, usualmente es de ayuda para tu entrevista o para sí, para la entrevista de trabajo, que puedas hablar una lengua adicional o varias, ¿sí? Are there any other requirements? Your appearance should be neat and attractive. Esto es en general, yo creo que nos ayuda a todos para cualquier trabajo. Neat and attractive. And cabin crew job is even more important, right? But if you are neat and attractive in any other job, you are going to be okay, right? Neat significa prolijo, cuando no estás despeinado, la ropa arrugada, o sucia o desalineado, ¿sí? Todo esto ayuda. La mayoría de las aerolíneas, sorry, estaba ya traduciendo. Can you read that?
yes.
Most airlines.
Most airlines don't want cabin crew with a visible tattoo, or you also need to be flexible and adaptable. Adaptable. You may be at work at almost any time of the day on any day. I'm sorry.
No,
Sorry.
it's okay.
Eh, of the day, any day of the year, and you'll be
Expected.
expected to be cheerful and efficient while you are there.
Bueno, entonces, ¿de qué estamos hablando acá? ¿Are there otros requerimientos? Your appearance should be neat and attractive. Prolijo y atractivo, o que te veas bien. La mayoría de las aerolíneas no quieren a la tripulación con un tatuaje visible o la que nos queda.
El pelo, ¿cómo era? Unusual hairstyle.
There we go. Unusual hairstyle, right? So, you also need to be very flexible and adaptable. Flexible y adaptable. You must be at work at almost any time of day and on any day of the year, and you'll be expected to be cheerful and efficient while you are there. Entonces, vas a necesitar ser flexible y adaptable, vas a estar en el trabajo la mayor parte del tiempo, cualquier día o en cualquier día del año. Y se espera que seas alegre, positive, como habíamos dicho, y eficiente mientras estés allí. ¿Ok? There we go, Juli. Okay, look at this. You are going to complete these true or false sentences, reading again that activity that you have completed. Yes? So go back to the text and try to say if they are true or false.
Okay.
¿Ok? Juli, yo voy a ir a buscar a Sofi al cole y vengo una escapadita. Te dejo haciendo esto, pero mientras tenemos el recreo, ¿sí? O sea, sé esto, así yo después ya puedo retomar directamente como con la corrección de esto, ¿está bien?
Okay. Yes, yes.
Dale, ahí
No
voy y
problem.
vengo enseguida. Okay, Juli, can we continue? What about the true or false sentences?
Um,
Did you complete them?
yes, yes.
Okay. Number one says some airlines have age requirements.
It's true.
Very good. The first one is true then. There we go. Very good. What about, can you read the second?
Yes. If you are 200 centimeters tall, you can't work as flight attendant. It's true too.
Okay, because there's a minimum and maximum, right?
Yes.
Standards for height and weight. Three, you definitely won't need to have an eye exam.
It's false.
You will have for sure, all right?
Yes.
And that's sure. If you wear glasses or contact lenses, you can't work as cabin crew.
It's false.
Again, false, because you will need the lenses or glasses, but it's not a condition not to use, right? Very good. Can you read five?
Yes. Good marks in school are necessary for getting an airline job. It's
Okay,
true,
so
but I don't know. Ah, yo puse true, pero no me acuerdo. Ahora lo estoy
uh,
dudando.
are necessary, yes, and but it says it talk about an exception, right? Listen,
Yes,
most airlines, so the majority of the airlines are going to require that you have completed secondary education, at least average marks. However, if you have excellent customer service experience, some airlines may hire you even if you lack strong formal education. But it's necessary to have secondary school, right? Because maybe you don't have customer service experience, or maybe the airlines are going to consider anyway in a better position the persons who has or who had the secondary school title, right? Okay, what about six? Can you read it?
yes. First eye training isn't requirement to apply to for
To
a cabin
apply.
crew ship. For apply for a cabin crew ship.
And
Um,
so
it's false.
it says is not, isn't
Ah,
a requirement.
is a requirement.
And look at this. Let's go back to the text again because it says
Ah,
do I need to have first aid training? Airlines don't generally require that you have first aid training, but it can be helpful. Es distinto que no la requieran a que pueda ser de
claro,
ayuda.
es cierto.
So that is a difference. It's not a requirement, it can be helpful, right?
Yes,
Entonces no es un requerimiento. Seven, swimming ability is a necessary part of the job.
it's true.
That is true. Very good. If you don't speak two languages, you can't work as a flight attendant.
Um, I don't know because decía como que era, como que ayudaba, era adicional.
Yes, this is in addition, being able to communicate clearly in your first language, it usually helps your application. Uh, sorry. In addition to being able to communicate clearly in your own language, o sea, aparte de que vos puedas hablar claramente tu propio idioma, it's important that you have another language. That
Ah,
is what it says, right?
yes,
It helps your application if you can speak an additional language. So,
it's true.
it's true. A ver, Yo pondría así, mira, true and false, because it doesn't say that is mandatory, que es obligatorio. Debe haber compañías que lo toman como un must, que sí o sí
Claro.
tenés que hablar, pero no todas. Entonces acá lo que dice, de vuelta, que es de ayuda, ¿sí? Pero no sé si está como un requerimiento. Sí es fundamental que vos hables claramente y que te expreses bien. What about your thoughts? Do you think these requirements are fair? Why or why not? What do you think about the requirements
El requirement for
for
speak to
applying for
language.
this job? Yes.
Para, no entendí, ¿cuál es el?
The question is activity 10. It's a speaking
Okay.
question only, right? The thing you think, or so what do you think about these requirements, right? The minimum age, or weight, or height, or to have a perfect eyesight, or the requirements about the skills that you need to swim, you need to speak another language. What do you think about the requirements? Do you think they are fair? Do you think it's too much for a job? What do you think?
I think it's fair because it's a complicated job. It's
It's a hard
really
job, yes.
hard job, yes. But the part of tattoos and hair, I think now all the people have one tattoo or have your own, I don't know, style.
Yes.
So
Yes, I think that has changed, right? Maybe
yes,
some companies now are more flexible about that, right? And even if when you travel, you will see flight attendants with maybe not big, not all the face, not all
obviously,
the hair, the arms or on the neck, maybe, right? But not invisible parts of the body, but I think they can be flexible today with that things. But hairstyle, what do you think? Are they flexible now, even with that?
with hairstyle,
Yes,
I don't know because if your hair is pink, I think
and
it's
it's
not
really
too
common
elegant.
nowadays, right?
Yes. So I think if you have red hair or something like, I don't know, normal, it's okay, but pink or colors, I don't know,
No,
like
we
that.
don't know. You have to be in the interview and see what happens that day with that
Yes.
person, right? That is it. And what about the skills? Swimming skills. Do you know how to swim, for instance?
Steals. ¿Qué era steals?
Las habilidades. And I'm talking about specifically about swimming. Can you swim?
Yes, I swim. I
Okay.
swim.
And
But
how about your height?
I am a little bit,
Yes,
mm,
me too. I couldn't be because I'm even lower than
yes, me
160.
too.
Yes, but maybe with shoes, with special shoes, right?
Yes,
And they also have to be comfortable because you are going to be uh, standing a lot of time, right? Maybe you can sit down, but maybe you have to come and go all the time, running the whole cabin. So you have to be comfortable too. And
yes,
do you think, what do you think about the weight? That could be a problem, right? Esto lo vamos a dejar por acá.
yes, that could be a problem, but I think it's not for be skinny or it's
Yeah,
because you
yes, the
you need
problem
to
is
be
for these
healthy.
persons. Yes, when you are, it's not if you have only one or two or five, let's say, kilograms more than healthy, but if you have big problems about your weight, that is
Yes,
not going to be accepted, right? In this kind of job. Ok, Juli, cambié drásticamente. Nos vamos a preparar. Esto sigue, seguimos con una clase más por lo menos. Así nos dejamos las últimas dos, nos quedan del 19 y 26. La próxima repaso, termino, en realidad cierro la unidad 8 y 19 y 26 ya vamos a hacer un repaso al 19 y el 26 mismo hacemos el examen, ¿está bien?
Ok.
Ya nos quedamos al final, estamos llegando al final. Acá
Sí.
lo que hacemos es simplemente una revisión, un chequeo o ver en principio para aquellos que no hayan estudiado el present perfect, yes?
Ok.
For studying present perfect, you need to know, mira, vamos a ver esto, lo preparo en un Word, así es más fácil. Wait a minute. Tengo que avisar otra cosa, ahora voy con todo. Yeah, forget. Ahí comparto, ¿eh? There we go. The present perfect. These are actions. These are going to be actions that have started in the past, but now they are continue. They continue, right? For instance, I have been to Paris. No, let's say another one. Wait. I have studied this lesson uh, before. I have studied. Look at this. For the present perfect, you are going to use the person or pronoun, yes, and then have or has, depending on the case of the person, and then the third column, the past participle. Remember the verbs in columns, in the cases they are regular, participle, and the rest of the sentence, right? So you have, first of all, who is talking, have studied this is the main verb, and this is have or has, yes, que es un complemento entonces del verbo, que está diciendo he estudiado, he viajado, he hecho, dependiendo del verbo, ¿no? Esta lección antes, right? Esto ha comenzado antes y continúa en el presente. No es que algo que estoy haciendo como el presente continuo, sino que es algo que sigue estando presente en el tiempo. A eso hace referencia. Empezó en el pasado y todavía sigue.
Claro, por ejemplo, si yo digo I was studying, eso es que estudié,
I
¿o
was
no?
studying, the example you give, is not, okay, it's not present
Ok.
perfect. It's,
Perfecto.
no lo vamos a tachar, pero es pasado continuo. Yes,
Claro.
es como el presente continuo. I am speaking to you now, but yesterday at this time I was speaking to another pupil, for instance. Yes,
Ok.
estaba estudiando. Es una acción que estuvo en el tiempo y que continuó por un rato y que de repente terminó, pero es pasado y estaba
Claro.
sucediendo. No es que está sucediendo ahora, estuvo pasando. I was studying. Esto simplemente continúa en el presente porque es algo habitual para mí. Por ejemplo, como yo iba a decir antes, my mother isn't at home now. She's gone to Paris. ¿Ok? Mi mamá no está en casa ahora. Se ha ido. Mira. Y ahí de paso uso she has gone to Paris. Se ha ido a París. No volvió todavía. She's still there. ¿Ok?
Ahí
She has
entendí.
gone to Paris. Se ha ido a París. Yes? She has
Yes.
gone to Paris. So she's not at home. She's not at my place anymore because she is in another country, in another city in this case, okay?
Yes.
And what, this is an affirmative, right? An affirmative sentence. What happens if I want to say that that it hasn't happened before, right? Look at this. De vuelta tengo la persona, person or pronoun, have or has, past participle, again, and the rest, me estoy olvidando, have or has, plus not the rest of the sentence, right? Look at this. In this case, you are going to say, I haven't studied the lesson. No, I'm sorry. I haven't studied, which is the same that have not, right? This is the short form of haven't, have not, right? She
Yes.
hasn't learned how to drive, o directamente to drive. She hasn't learned to drive, no ha aprendido a manejar. O sea, no sabe manejar ni siquiera ahora. No aprendió en el pasado, pero ahora sigue sin saber. No sabe, ¿ok?
Claro.
She hasn't learned. Another. Now we are going to talk about questions. Sometimes, as you may know, this is a negative term, right? Um, there. Espera que los resalto de alguna manera así. There we are. And then you are going to have also the questions we said. So question words are going to be the first word, maybe or maybe not. Question word, and then have or has, it depends on the person. Person or pronoun. Let's say subject, it's better. Ya que lo voy a reemplazar. Porque persona, si no suena medio. There you go. You have subject. Okay. Question word, have or has the subject, and then the third column, verb, the past participle. And if the question is a little bit more, you are going to have rest of the sentence. In this case, it can be, en todos los casos, en verdad, place, object, an adverb, right? Esto puede ser el resto de la oración, right? And this is going to be a question. There we go. Nos quedó re largo. There we go. So, let's say another one. We have, sin question word, have you ever been to Paris? ¿Alguna vez has estado en París? No estás ahora, pero te pregunto si alguna vez estuviste. Yes? Where, de vuelta, con la misma con estar. Have you been? ¿Dónde has estado? Ahora te veo que estás acá, pero en algún momento estuviste en otro lado porque yo no te vi antes. Where have you been? Yes? And in this case, we have a question word. There we go. Y ahora sí, habiendo repasado brevemente, very shortly, this, esto después se lo subo a la plataforma si lo tienen para descargar. Y aprovecho y les cuento otra cosa que subiré a la plataforma también. Perdón, ya lo tienen subido. Vamos a trabajar ahora present perfect, ¿sí? Pero para la próxima clase vamos a ir trabajando también, y estaría bueno que lo puedan completar, los projects que tenemos en la plataforma. Remember, there. I think we have it over there. Todo mañana están ustedes. Les voy a mostrar. Tenemos, entonces, en Activities and Homework, les voy a subir entonces, en este, pensé que ya lo tenía, pero me equivoqué, la entrevista, perdón, estas 10 preguntas con 10 posibles respuestas. Ustedes tienen las respuestas de las 10 preguntas con las que empezamos trabajando hoy en el libro. Esas son respuestas que nos da el libro, que nos da como opción y que son las respuestas que son muy complejas, pero no son las propias o no son tan cortas como estas que yo les voy a subir. El archivo se llama Why do you want to be a coming crew member? Yes, va a ser un Word con las preguntas y posibles respuestas. De todas formas, yo les pido que ustedes respondan de manera espontánea ese cuestionario para que ustedes puedan responder con sus propias respuestas. Después sí, pueden ir sumando, ir incorporando las propias, las que yo les doy, perdón. Entonces, entre esas dos van a tener una respuesta lo más acorde posible a lo que ustedes piensan. Why do you want to be a cabin crew member? Esto es un Word, ¿sí? Yo ahora, cuando terminamos en algún momentito, lo subo. Y después
Dale.
vamos a ir, sí, voy a subir entonces lo de Present Perfect también. Es esto que les acabo de escribir recién y que les estaba compartiendo. Pues perfect. Y tienen entonces un project, which is project project 9, I think so. Yes, you have the project 9 to download, in which we have a special activity, que ahora se los voy a mostrar, es una actividad especial para trabajar esta unidad 8, en la cual tenemos todo lo relacionado a la entrevista laboral. Les muestro. Acá lo podemos empezar a trabajar la próxima semana, pero me gustaría que me lo estén entregando también después del viernes, si lo trabajamos en clase, ¿sí? Fíjense, es muy
Ahora,
sencillo.
después de ahora este fin de te lo entregamos.
No, que lo trabajemos el próximo. Quiero que lo tengan en vista y que lo vayan trabajando, cosa de terminar la clase y que lo terminemos. Que si queda alguna
Sí.
duda, lo trabajemos en clase, pero que me lo puedan entregar o el mismo viernes o después del próximo viernes, ¿sí? Porque tenemos muy poquito tiempo, si no.
Yes.
Entonces, fíjense, las primeras son 2, 4, 7 personal information, 7 questions about you. Let's say this could be a personal interview, okay? What's your name? How old are you? Where do you live? Who do you live with? ¿Con quién vivís? What do you do in your free time? ¿Qué te gusta hacer en tu tiempo libre? Muchas veces nos va a pasar que tenemos preguntas como las primeras que nosotros vimos en el libro, pero que también nos pueden llegar a hacer, sepan que también nos pueden llegar a hacer preguntas personales como esta, como qué te gusta hacer en tu tiempo libre, ¿sí? ¿A qué te dedicas cuando tenés tiempo y puedes hacer lo que te gusta? Y después, sí, que son más de rutina, why do you want to be a cabin crew member? And why do you want to join our company? Why did you choose to apply for this job in this company specifically? Yes? ¿Y por qué elegiste esta compañía y no otra? Y ahí sí, de vuelta, tenemos de modelo lo que vimos en el libro, pero ustedes elijan su propia respuesta, ¿sí? Vamos a hacer la semana que viene de vuelta esto también. You are going to choose to complete a message. Yes, remember we have worked in the different units, different announcements. I want you to make your own announcement. An emergency landing, a boarding message, a descent message. Maybe you are going to announce a meal. Yes, that could be possible too. Only 3 or 4, 5 lines to welcome people. That could be possible too. Yes? So you are going to create your own message, ¿ok? Y acá entonces vamos a ir más atrás y vamos a ir viendo los distintos mensajes que nosotros hicimos y ustedes van a poder crear el propio. Por supuesto, con frases que ustedes mismos creen o con algunas que podemos tomar de esos anuncios que ya estudiamos. Y después tenemos una situación pequeña a bordo que ustedes tendrían que poder resolver o presentar alguna idea para una solución posible. Imagine you are a flight attendant purser and there's a problem on board. You have to think with the crew some possible solutions. So, I don't explain it much or I don't give you much information. So, you can tell me the problem as you prefer. The problem that, as we said before, an upset or an old woman crying, someone who is ill, an emergency that you can imagine and create on your own, some problem you choose and how you present to the rest of the crew and the possible solution for that problem, ¿ok?
Ok.
Esto, entonces, ténganlo en mente, si lo quieren ir resolviendo y cerrar en la clase que viene, lo vamos a ir terminando entonces. Y si se puede, lo entregamos el mismo viernes o a lo sumo 1 o 2 días más. ¿Está bien? Y ahora sí, me voy a Present Perfect, pero me había quedado todo aquello por anunciar. Look at this. We are going to listen a conversation between Alan and Lucy. And this is the conversation, right? So, in this case, after listening, we are going to complete these questions and the chart about the dialogue. We are going to listen, okay? 1 minute. Después de escuchar entonces, vamos a responder esto que tenemos ahí. Let me check the name there.
Elementary, but you have nothing there. In recent years, it has not.
This is 542. Wait a second. Okay, tell me if you can listen okay, yes? But even though, however, we are going to read it too.
Ok.
English File Elementary by Christina Latham Koenig and Clive Oxenden. 5.44. Hi, Lucy. Have you finished your report?
Yes, I have, finally.
What do you want to do tonight? Do you want to go out?
Oh, I'm a bit tired.
Would you like to come here? I can order pizzas and we can watch a film.
Good idea. What films do you have?
How about Eclipse? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it, but I've read the book.
Is it good?
I loved it. Vampires. Perfect for a winter night.
Great. What pizza topping do you want?
Cheese and blood, please.
Oh.
Cheese and tomato.
Okay, there we go again. Do you want to listen
Five.
one more time to complete the chart and then to answer the questions? Yes? Perdón que no escuché, Juli.
Yes, yes. One more time.
By Christina Latham Koenig and Clive Oxenden. 5.44. Hi, Lucy. Have you finished your report?
Yes, I have, finally.
What do you want to do tonight? Do you want to go out?
Oh, I'm a bit tired.
Would you like to come here? I can order pizzas and we can watch a film.
Good idea. What films do you have?
How about Eclipse? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it, but I've read the book.
Is it good?
I loved it. Vampires. Perfect for a winter night.
Great. What pizza topping do you want?
Cheese and blood, please.
Oh,
Cheese and tomato.
Okay, there we go. One more time. Do you want to listen one more time? Or maybe
No, it's okay.
you're ready. Excellent. So, I've seen the film. That's a affirmative question. And what about the negative?
I have not.
Yes, she even said that. No, I haven't seen it, right?
I
I
haven't
haven't
seen
seen
it.
the film.
Yes.
There it is. There. I haven't seen it. Okay, there we have the pronoun at the very final part of the sentence
Está. Yes.
instead of the film, but she's talking about the film. I haven't seen the film. That should be, wait, I haven't seen the film, right? That is it.
Yes.
And what about the question? Can you tell me the question?
Have you see the film?
Ojo con el have you there
Um.
seen,
Sí.
right? It's the
Sí.
participle. Have you
Okay.
seen the film? Yes, there we have it. What is the verb? What is the and what's the verb is seen form? Well, we talk a little bit about this, right? De apóstrofe de corta E, esto
Mhm.
sería lo mismo que decir y palabra. Have, right?
Yes.
There we have it. And then we have what verb is seen from. Seen, it comes from see, right? But
Yes.
it's the participle. Recuerden siempre que tenemos, creo que eso sí lo tenemos subido a la plataforma, la lista de los verbos. Que tenemos el infinitivo en la primera columna, simple past and past participle, which is this one. Okay, change the three sentences in the chart to the third person singular. Can you do that, Juli? Can you make it with he, she, or it?
I don't understand lo que te pasa.
No pasa nada. Esto está en primera persona. I have seen the film. I haven't seen the film. Have you seen the film? Yes. Have you ever, creo que le dice la pregunta. Have you
Yes.
ever seen it? No, have you seen it? Está bien. Have you seen it? But the thing is, the activity is asking that we complete the same sentences, but using he, she, or it. Maybe he or she, right? Hacer las mismas, afirmativa, negativa y pregunta, pero con she. ¿Qué pasa si tuvieras que decirlo o con he? Or my brother, my teacher, my sister,
Claro, pero hacerlas.
en tercera persona del singular. Esas mismas oraciones. ¿Cómo dirías? En vez de I've seen the film, if I had to say Juli has seen the film. Es eso lo que
Claro.
estamos remarcando, que cambia el have por el has.
Perfecto.
¿Ok?
Ah, ya entendí. Yes,
That
yes,
is
yes.
it. Juli, si yo tuviera que decir sobre vos, Juli has seen the film. Right?
Yes.
And what about the negative?
Julio have
Uh,
no hasn't
hasn't seen the
seen the
film.
film.
And what about the question?
Eh, sí. A ver, para que miro el cosito.
Hacela, escribila, por ahí te resulta más fácil.
Has.
You, the person is
No.
Juli, so has,
Pero al principio se necesitaba la
have
question
or
word.
has. In this case, no,
Is
no necesariamente.
okay. Is has because she.
Yes, has
Has Holly um, seen the film?
Excellent. Has
Hmm,
Uli seen the film? Or has she seen it? Has she seen the film? Yes, that is
yes.
it. We are going to practice a little bit more about the present perfect. Okay, we are going to page 146 from the English file. 146. Let me check the page. There we are. Look at this. Here you have more information, more than I had, right? More than I presented. You have some sentences in the affirmative way. In the negative, we have some contractions, right? Some verbs: read, 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 see, saw, seen, how they change. So that's important, and you need to study in the book, at the very final part of the book. Esperen que me voy a ir hasta adelante de todo para que vean la lista de los verbos. Ahí estamos. Lo tenemos incluso con símbolos fonéticos. Entonces tienen la lista de infinitive, los verbos be, was, or been in the past, was aware, right? Become, became, become, begin, begun, begun. Okay, so you need to study. There's no other way for you to know them, right? You only need to study them, and then you will be okay with present perfect, right? So there's only one way, and it is studying them. There we go. Volvemos al presente perfecto entonces. Y vamos a tratar de completar, debe haber alguna actividad por acá. There. Look at this. Try to write the sentence with contractions. Okay, only the short form for the very first activity we are going to complete. Yes? Can you see there the sentence? I haven't seen the
Yes.
film, it says the first one, and the short form, I've seen the film. Esta apóstrofe B corta se pronuncia, es difícil para nosotros porque es raro, pero lo podemos hacer. I've seen the film, I've seen the film, yes? Only a V, I've seen the film. Recuerden que siempre cuando hablamos usamos las contractions en inglés, usamos la forma más corta porque es una forma de economizar el lenguaje, como nos pasa seguramente en castellano, solamente que lo tenemos tan automatizado que no nos damos cuenta. I've
Claro.
seen the film. Yes, can you say that? I have seen the film. I've seen the film.
I have seen the film. I've seen the film.
There. What about the number one? She has not read the book.
She hasn't.
It's not
No.
negative. It's the contraction, the
She.
short form.
It's not hasn't.
No, it's not the negative. The sentence with contractions. So the same sentence. I'm sorry.
Ah,
She's. Okay. Sí, está negativa, perdón. So, hasn't
no problem.
read the book, right? She
Okay. Yes.
hasn't read the book. Very good. What about number two?
You haven't washed the dishes.
Very good. What about three?
You no, we've sería
The housework. Las tareas del hogar sería housework, right? What about four?
he's
Only an S. An S, it's easier to pronounce than a V, right? He's been ill there. And they have not eaten Japanese food before. How can we say that?
Dave.
They have not eaten.
They haven't.
Japanese food could before. Very good. There we are. Okay, let's try to complete these other right affirmative, negative, and questions sentences in the present perfect. In each case, we are required in this box. Can you see it?
Yes.
Affirmative. Yes, and you have the information needed. Mira que lo quiero ver si lo puedo poner un poco más. Se lo puedo- a ver. There. El primer ejemplo es I meet a famous actor. I've met a famous actor. Yes? In the number one, we also have an affirmative to complete. ¿Las queréis hacer, aunque sea hasta -10 o por ahí antes las completás y me las lees? ¿Qué te parece?
Dale, sí, sí. Genial. Teacher,
Yes.
the rain is
The train in 6, right?
the train, perdón, yes. Is it, o sea, es una cosa.
Yes.
Entonces sería con eh, has.
Yes. No, has.
Okay,
It has, the train has left,
okay,
sorry. The train has left the station.
perfect.
Bueno, y ahí subí, entonces, why do you want to be a cabin crew member? Y el present perfect. Son dos words que tenemos en la clase de hoy. ¿Ya?
Yes, I finish it.
Excellent. Okay, can you tell me number one?
Yes.
A ver aquí, esto, para que vea. I forget your name.
Yes. I forget your name. Yes. I have forget.
Uh, watch out the verb.
For ay.
I
Entonces hice
forgotten.
todo mal porque no cambié el verbo.
No pasa nada, tranquila. I have forgotten your name, right?
Y esos son los verbos que vos me mostraste que estaban abajo del todo.
Exactly.
Ah,
You
ok.
have algunos son regulars, another, and then you are not going to find them in that list. But maybe they change, they are regular, so you have them. Yes. Okay. What
Okay.
about this negative? My boyfriend wear his new shirt.
Puse my boyfriend hasn't wear, no sé si cambia,
Yes. What
wear,
wore
ah,
his new?
worn,
Yes. Blah blah blah. His new. Yes.
yes,
Uh, what about this? Speak. That's the verb speak and changes to spoken. Spoken. Se
spoken.
escribe. ¿Cómo sería la pregunta?
Have you spoken to your boss?
There. There we go. Negative. Oh.
Mm, for they hasn't
Uh,
done,
have they
ah,
done their?
ay, claro, le hice oración, no le hice pregunta.
No, no eso. Que dijiste have y era, perdón, dijiste has y va con have, ¿ok?
Ah, they have.
Yes, they have.
Ah, ahí entendí. Yes, yes, yes. My
What
mistake.
about five, your brother?
5. Has your brother work? No sé cómo es. Work.
That's regular, only ed. Work.
Worked.
Has your brother worked in New York?
New York.
Right. Very good. What about an affirmative? The train leave the station.
The train have leave the
Oh, the
station.
train
Have?
has left our station. The train has left the station. It is, vos mismo me preguntaste, ¿es una cosa? Sí. Entonces va
Sí.
con has.
Have. Ay, Dios, no sé qué
No
me
pasa
pasa.
nada, no pasa nada. The train has left the station, right?
Yes.
There. What about seven?
7. We haven't took
We haven't taken
taken. Pensé que era took.
any
Any photos.
there. We haven't taken any photos. What about the children? And this is eaten. Eaten.
Have the children eaten all the biscuits?
Y esta, ojo con children, is already a plural, so don't add an S in children, yes? Have the
Okay.
children eaten all the biscuits? Very good. What about nine? My girlfriend called me today.
My girlfriend hasn't called me today.
Excellent. And this is a regular, so only add ed to the verb call. My girlfriend. Oh, there. What about the last one? Janet leave her book at home.
Janet has lived.
Mm,
Ah,
lo usamos antes.
hasn't. Has. ¿Qué
Has,
pasó?
pero el verbo leave lo usamos, fíjate, en six, and I think there was another one. Leave.
Ah, yes, six. Left
There, Janet has left her
her
book.
book at home.
There we are.
Los verbos estos los voy a tener que sentarme y estudiar. ¿O no?
Sí, tal cual, tal cual. Pero mira, acá no llegamos ahora a completarlo, nos quedan 5. Vamos a empezarlo nada más. Look at this. Look at the images and try to complete with the verbs. Bueno, a ver, hagamos un chiquitín. Mira acá. Tenemos. Ahí tenés que borrar. Mira, Juli, espera que termino, Sofi, 5 minutos. Look at this. We have a sentence to make a sentence with which one of the images. Write a sentence in the present for each pictures. Use the verbs in the box. Break, we have break, we have buy, we have fall, go, read, and win. Yes, they are
Yes.
infinitive verbs, and we have 6 images over there. And the first one is already done. They won the cup. They won the cup.
Ujú.
What would you say with number 3, with his leg?
Eh, break, pero es cambia.
Okay,
Cambia a ver, ahí lo busco. Break, broken.
excellent. He is broken his leg, right?
Yes.
What about to the beach? And we have this couple.
A ver.
And the verb,
Read.
mm,
No.
yes, but they are gone to the beach, right?
Ah, claro. Yes.
They fueron, they are reading, yes, but they,
Ah, yes.
encima no era esa de la pierna, pero igual nos quedaba bien. A ver, they've gone, dijimos, to the beach, and off his motorbike. La imagen era esta, nos quedó bien, igual porque se lo rompió la pierna. Pero este, ¿qué nos quedó de
Es
verbo?
fall, pero
Okay, fall, then fallen.
fallen.
Yes, he. Ay. Fallen off his motorbike. Yes, se ha caído. And what about she, the newspaper?
Ese sí es read, pero
Entonces,
read it.
read,
No, read.
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 Change the pronunciation only with
Yes.
read. Read, read, read. Creo que queda.
Yes.
Entonces, she the newspaper. And what about the last one, number 5?
Es by y
Yes,
queda bought.
bought, bought. Very good. So they bought a new car. Okay, they bought a new car. Very good. Las dejo ahí por si los quieren completar. Y vamos a tratar de hacer de tarea alguno más que tienen aquí en la página 147, ¿sí?
Ok.
Para practicar justamente. There we go. Ok. Entonces, recuerden, tenemos para descargar Project 9, Word, in activities and homework. Why do you want to be a cabin crew member? And present perfect, a short explanation. But if you
Yes.
don't want that explanation, you have more information about how to write in present perfect time tense in this part of the grammar bank. Yes, at the very beginning of this page, you have it. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Juli, see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
Practice a lot, and we are going to finish next time Unit 8, and then we will start a review on the last final class. We are going to make the test.
Okay,
Okay,
teacher.
bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Un minuto.